Welcome to the Oddity Shop, our little oddballs, the podcast where we tell you creepy, odd, weird, strange, and bizarre stories from around the world. I am about to choke on my spit. I am your co-host and curator, Zach, sitting here.
Zachary?
Oh, I'm just going to start that sentence again. I am your curator, Zach, sitting here with the other wonderful curator, Kara, who I have to say, I'm appreciating your sweater. Today is like the first day it's cooled off and fall weather. I'm wearing my man leggings, otherwise called joggers. I am here for fall.
So that's so funny because I put this on. I was like, it's finally the first cold day where you could wear like my nice little cardigan.
I turned the heat on today. It may have only been for 30 minutes.
No, we had the heat on yesterday. It was so cold here.
Oh,
so cold.
It was like 40 this morning.
It was awful going into work. But you wouldn't know about that.
Hey, listen, my commute to work can get pretty tough sometimes. Sometimes the cat stands in the hallway and screams at me.
Oh, like when you wake up late and you just have to roll out of bed and rush to the other room, like today?
Yeah. Usually I stop and brush my teeth first.
Wow. I'm so happy that you at least
I'm actually usually really good about getting a whole bunch of stuff done in the morning, but not this morning. Nope.
Yeah, so it is finally fall weather. That's amazing. What's new with you? What have you been doing?
Well, okay. So remember, this is always a couple weeks in the future. So I did just get to go to Pulaski Days last weekend. I only went for a little while, but this is the funniest thing. And I know I already told you this story, but I still chuckle about it. So Julia and I were going so Pulaski Days is like Grand Rapids has Polish halls, which work a lot like, you know, the moose lodges or any of those kind of things. Like you have to be a member to go in them. But during Pulaski Days, they open them to the whole public and it's a fundraiser. So me and Julia were walking from one hall to another and she's like, let's just walk the train tracks. It's going to put us right at the other hall. I'm like, odd choice, but okay.
No, you told me you were like, I don't want to walk the train track.
Well, I'm trying to do the shortened version of it. But yeah, so we ended up
That's
walking.
The best part about it is that you didn't want to do it.
I didn't want to go. So anyways, we're walking down them and this group is coming up to us and we're like, oh, are you coming from this hall? And they're like, yeah, there's a $10 cover though, unless you can write a black F on your hand. That's how they're validating. And then so we're walking behind Maggie's bar, which Maggie, the owner of it, is standing outside smoking. Oh, Maggie. She said, like, have a safe night to us first. I'm like, wait, Maggie, is that you? She's like, yeah. I'm like, can you write black Fs on our hands? She goes, what are we doing? So we told her, we're like, all right. She goes, come in the kitchen. So she takes us back. She like writes them on there. She's like, you'll have to come back and let me know if it works. And so we get to the bar and he's like, all right, $10 a head. And we just hold our hands. He goes, oh, you guys must have paid already.
This poor guy. Or like I forgot or something. That's so funny.
Oh, yeah. We did end up spending like $60 in merchandise and not even including our drinks. So we did make up for it.
Yeah. I think covers are so stupid. I just think they're the dumbest thing ever.
Right.
I really do. But that is so funny. Yes. So good shout out to Julia for making you walk the train tracks.
And Maggie for saving us $20.
Yes. And Maggie.
That's about all my new stuff. I did start putting like all the outdoor furniture away and that kind of stuff. So it's like officially fall.
So
I'm kind of okay with it this year. Usually I'm not ready. I don't know. I'm feeling fall.
Well, after that, we went to a cemetery and we had some cool pictures taken. And I was just going to shout out Michael Gleason was the photographer that took some cool pictures of us in the cemetery. So if he
did amazing.
Yeah, they're on his social media and his TikTok. He tagged us in all of the things. But there's like a really cool picture of Zachary and I on a tombstone. And we're dressed in like Victorian.
Garb.
So yes. We should ask him if we can share it. I don't see why he wouldn't let us share it.
I don't see why not.
But I'll ask before. It's cool. So that's just a cool shout out thing that we did. And then I just had a really fun day with Emily. We had a Taylor Swiftie day because, again, we're in the future. But her album released on Friday and I worked. So then Sunday, her and I just had a whole day. We just like went to a bar, got lunch and stuff like that. And then we went and saw the movie.
Are we in the future or the past?
Technically,
we're talking in the past to people listening in the future.
So
I don't know.
Oh,
I think you can make an argument either way.
In the future. So yeah, you're right. We could. But anyway, so we had a really fun day. Just like me and Emmy hanging out. And then we saw the movie. It was the last showing. It was only for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Just kicked your husband right out of the theater, replaced him with
It was
Emily.
fine because we had a bunch of friendship bracelets, and then we shared. There was a bunch of like women that were like in their late 40s that were there, probably like 6 of them. And we were like, do you have bracelets? Do you want to trade? They're like, no. We're like, it's okay. We were just like giving them bracelets. Like,
nice.
It was just like fun. We just had like such a good day. And then her and I went to dinner after. And yeah, so I am repping my Taylor Swift cardigan today because it is a perfect cardigan day. And it is a perfect color to get us kicked off for our Thanksgiving, if you will, if you want to celebrate Thanksgiving. This is a perfect Thanksgiving color. And we are in Noviembre.
Is that a Halloween color or a Thanksgiving? I can't tell.
No, this is more Thanksgiving. This is like a deep, deep orange.
Like a burnt.
It's like burnt orange. So this is more more
all right. I'll give that to you.
Thanksgiving vibes.
It is
which is
giving
also
pilgrim.
why I'm wearing it.
All right.
Because we're in that time, baby.
We are in that time.
All
and
right.
it's also about damn time. We open the shop up.
Are you ready for a question?
I am.
Why do you think so many harvest traditions, even like Thanksgiving, which we kind of know, have spooky undertones?
Because they're all a little bit ritualistic and probably came from a pagan background.
Okay. Sorry, I needed a drink. All right. So like we just said, the air is colder now. The fields are quiet. And if you've ever stood in a cornfield after dark, you know that feeling. Creepy as fuck.
The like little bit of like dry leaves smell in the air.
Yes. So I have like when the stalks seem to like lean in just a little closer and the world feels like older than it should. Like, you know, when you're in a corn maze or in the stalks, like it just feels...
You just feel like you went back in time.
Yes. It's
like the village.
Yes. Like it just feels weird. So tonight we're talking about the Corn Husk Witch.
Ooh, okay.
Have you heard?
No, I thought you were going to do... I always forget his name. The other corn guy, the one who dresses like the scarecrow and goes for kids.
Oh, ooh.
But we could do that in a couple weeks.
I was just say, let me write that down. What? Corn.
I just looked up his name the other day. It's in my text. I'll tell you.
Okay. Because that's a good one. Okay. But no. So Corn Husk Witch is a spirit born from harvest rituals, folklore, and maybe something that still walks the fields after the last sheaf is cut. It is sheaf, right?
Okay.
Sheaf. Corn sheaf.
I don't know that I've heard that word.
Okay, well.
We'll trust you.
All right. So long before the word witch even existed, ancient farmers believed their fears were also alive, but their fields were alive. So every stalk of wheat or corn held a spirit of growth, which I think is very cool.
That is kind of an interesting thought. I mean, they are alive because plants are alive.
I was just going to say, because you and I like talk to our plants and we like love our plants. So we feel like those are living things. So
I feel like that comes from like Irish lore, like probably from Irish immigrants, because they believe like the spirits were in the trees. That's why you knock on wood.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I have heard of that, but I just remembered it now. Okay. So, when they harvested their crops, they weren't just collecting food, they were taking life from the land, which I think is just like, I don't know why. It feels like very full circle. Like they're growing it and then they feel like they're taking the life from it, but then they're taking it for their lives.
And then they'll grow it again. It's the cycle.
Right. It's a circle of life.
Oh, God.
So in parts of Germany and Eastern Europe, farmers followed what they called the corn mother or grain mother tradition. And they believed that when the last stalk fell, the spirit of the field had nowhere left to live, which is so sad.
Just left her homeless. Or him. Them.
Right. Well, mother.
Mother. Okay.
You could say her. So to protect themselves and the spirit, they would bind it inside the final sheaf of corn or wheat. So they would twist it into a doll, a tiny figure of woven husks, and keep it in their homes until spring. This wasn't just a decoration. It was so sacred. So this doll was the spirit of the harvest, the corn mother. And if you treated her well, she blessed your season. But if you mistreated her, or if you broke the doll, ignored the rituals, or disrespected the land, Then the spirit turned and she became what later stories would call the Corn Husk Witch.
Okay, well, I would be swaddling that little corn doll. Okay, it would be so well cared for because I like to eat, and I'm not taking my chances.
Okay, so as Christianity spread across Europe, old pagan customs were demonized. We already know this. So
we were just going over that a couple weeks ago.
So fertility spirits and harvest goddesses were rewritten as witches.
Sounds about right.
I know, it's terrible. Well,
I feel like the Christianity's done that forever. It was somebody else's god, and now it's a demon. It's this, now it's...
Yes,
yeah.
I was going to say it's terrible because now we can view witches as like not a bad thing. But what I mean by terrible is that they were labeling them witches to make it a bad thing.
Right.
Okay. So in old Slavic lore... There's Baba Yaga, the bone-legged witch who lives in the woods and controls the harvest. And in some rural villages, people called her the corn hag. Which again, why do we always have to give people hag names?
I feel like it was just almost interchangeable for a while, like witch and hag for some reason.
Yeah, I know. So in Ireland, you know why? I think it's because when you think of bad witches, you think of like the old ugly witches that were like sucking lives to make them look young. Yeah. So
absolutely.
Like, hey, yeah. In Ireland and Scotland, the Cailleach, an ancient goddess of winter, was said to steal the warmth and food from greedy farmers. And when settlers brought these stories to America, they merged into something new, something uniquely rural and eerie.
Isn't that the one who steals the warmth why they burnt the Yule log? Or am I misremembering that? It was like the fire that couldn't go out.
Yeah, I think there's just a bunch of bad things, but that's also if the Yule log goes out, then am I misremembering?
That evil spirit could come in, right?
Yeah.
Am I mixing up two stories?
Well,
I might be.
Here's the thing. If we're going off of like fact and like movies, I might be getting mixed up. But I just think that the Yule log needs to burn to for a lot of spirits to not come. But you might be right on that one. But if they steal the warmth, I think I
think I'm mixing up something else. It was something with the tinsel. I don't know.
But the Yule log does need to burn. Where's my book? I moved them all up on the top shelf.
We have way too much fall lore in our head. All right. Sorry for
It's okay.
holing.
No, it's okay. All right. So by the 1800s, small farming towns across the Midwest and the Appalachia, however you want me to tell you. Appalachia. Those people started whispering about a woman made of corn husks who wandered the fields after dark. And she was said to appear at the edge of the fields, long fingers of straw, her body dry and rustling with every step. So you could just picture just picture a corn husk as a person and just walking. You can hear that sound.
In the fall.
Yeah. Well, yeah, mine too. My eczema is not doing great, y'all. So she was said to appear at the edge of the fields. I just said that damn sentence. Okay. So anyway. Her eyes, hollow husks that glowed faintly gold in the moonlight.
Not unsettling at all.
No, and some said she was protecting the land. Others said she was claiming revenge for every crop left to rot, every field stripped bare without gratitude.
Okay. So she's got a vendetta.
Yeah. So here are kind of some warning signs, if you will. So old farmers had rules. Superstitions passed down through generations. Never enter a harvest field after sunset. The Corn Husk Witch walks at dusk, looking for those who disrespect her ground. Always thank the earth before cutting the last stalk. If you forgot, she takes something in return, a crop, a cow, a person.
Ooh.
She just gets to pick. And if you hear rustling when the wind is still, don't look back.
Don't have to tell me twice. I probably wouldn't have anyway.
No. No. I would just keep running forward. Some say you'll hear her before you see her. Like our skin. That dry, papery sound of husks sliding together like whispering skin, which is just so nasty to think about. And then there are even stories of children being found tangled in corn.
Hey, Kara, have you ever wanted to take your spiritual practice to the next level?
Oh, absolutely. And if you're looking for something that feels truly magical and not mass produced, you have to check out My Mystical Forest.
My Mystical Forest is like stepping into your own enchanted sanctuary. They offer handmade spiritual tools crafted with care, intention, and so much heart.
We're talking tarot card holders that make your readings feel elevated, pendulum boards that bring clarity, and spirit boards to deepen your connection.
And don't forget the incense burners to set the perfect vibe, plus crystal trays to arrange and organize all your favorite stones. Everything is a labor of love made from hand-selected hardwoods.
Whether you're a seasoned spiritual practitioner or just starting your journey, My Mystical Forest has the tools to empower and inspire.
Unlock the magic for yourself and seek harmony. Visit mymysticalforest.etsy.com. That's M-I Mystical Forest, and find the heirloom quality pieces that speak to your soul.
Also, for our little oddballs, for a limited time, enter code ODDBALL at checkout to receive 10% off plus a free pendulum, or simply use the link down in the show notes.
Goodbye. I mean, that's just kids playing and getting lost in the corn.
Tangled in corn, no footprints, just drag marks leading into uncut rows. Ooh.
I don't think I'm going to do a corn maze this year.
No. The family has said they saw a figure, tall, thin, and crackling with every step, vanish between the stalks.
Okay.
You're like, yeah, I'm definitely not doing that corn maze.
No. That just give me like signs.
Mm-hmm. There are obviously like variations. So in Appalachia, the Corn Husk Witch became a warning tale. So people said if you found a faceless corn husk doll on your porch, it meant a witch had marked your home. If it had a drawn-on face, you were safe. But if it didn't, someone had angered her. And these dolls would appear around harvest time, and people burn them for protection, though burning, according to older legends, actually releases the witch. So it depends.
Wait, I thought you were supposed to keep it protected.
I know. That's why it depends on, these are all like different variations of what people believe. I think I forgot to say this, but do you know what, you've seen a corn husk doll?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's kind of what we're talking about.
So my cousins, John and Carrie, who I was just hanging out with a couple weeks ago, they also love these, and they have bumper stickers of themselves as corn husk dolls.
Stop. Do you know why they like them so much?
I feel like they told me the whole story and I can't recall at this moment, but there was some story behind it.
Oh, I want them to tell me. Do they follow us on social media?
They are not on social media.
I didn't think so. Damn, I was going to say, I know they're listening, but if they had social media, I wanted the story. It's all right.
I'll try to get it for you.
Okay. So anyway, that was Appalachia. I have to say it that way.
Appalachia.
So Midwest. So in places like Indiana, Illinois, and Ohio, farmers talked about the woman of the rose, which I like that.
That sounds, almost saintly in nature.
The woman of the rose, like elegant. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And she would appear after the first frost, wandering the last remaining cornfields. Farmers swore they'd find footprints made of ash or strange shapes covered into the frost-covered soil.
Ooh.
Okay, and then if you move on to New England, some older communities tied her to Thanksgiving season, warning children not to waste food. They said every kernel thrown away was another hair on the Corn Husk Witch's head.
Well, at least she won't be bald. She's already a hag. I mean, come on.
Oh my God. And even today, some towns still hold harvest festivals where corn dolls are made, some with faces and some without. And ask the locals why, and they'll tell you. The faceless ones keep her asleep, apparently, in the Midwest at least.
East Coast.
Oh, yes. Sorry. We went to East Coast.
Some of them keep her asleep. Some of them mark you. This is way too many witches to keep straight.
It's been a day. Okay. Archaeologists, though, have actually uncovered corn dolls dating back thousands of years, which I think is so cool.
How do they not just disintegrate?
That's actually a really good question. But I don't know, because if you've like ever had like even like the decorations just out on your porch and stuff, they make it through a lot.
Fair, but thousands of years.
I know. I don't know. I just find that fascinating. I love when we have stuff still that people do now that is like was relevant
Right.
that long ago.
Okay, so really fun side note, things that for, thousands of years. Do you know that there is a mineral that is petrified human poop?
Yes. What is it?
I have to look it up real quick because I can't remember. Coprolite.
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 Copperlite. Coprolite.
Coprolite. Fossilized feces.
What are people doing with it?
Finding it. I don't know.
Now, does it?
It's probably good for IBS, I would imagine. Put it a little bit under your pillow.
Okay. Does it specify what kind of human? Like, is it human waste, animal waste? It just doesn't matter. It's just any type of waste. Fossilized.
I think coprolite is any sort of waste.
Okay.
I think there's a name specifically for the humankind, but I can't find it in a 2-second Google search right now. So if I find it, I will tell you later. I
want to know what people are doing with it.
I mean, I think it's just like archaeologists have to log it. Log.
I got it.
Oh, I didn't even
archaeologists have to log it. That was funny.
Oh,
and you didn't mean to be. You're just
I didn't even
naturally funny.
Sometimes.
Oh my God. I think you're always funny. Okay, so Europe and North America often buried it in fields or left in barns. They were made from straw, reed, or corn husks and usually tied with red twine symbolizing blood or life.
Okay.
And Native American traditions also tell of corn spirits and faceless dolls, but with a more perspective twist. So among the Iroquois, the corn husk doll was a sacred toy made to teach humility. And the dolls were faceless because vanity was a sin. And according to a legend, one spirit-made doll became obsessed with her beauty, and the creator took her face away, and she wandered the fields faceless and weeping.
I feel like I would cry if I didn't have a face. I'd hope I have eyes to cry from, but...
So I feel like we kind of talk about this a lot, but I think it's eerie how similar these, like, all these sides of the story are.
It's like the meaning is different, but the act is pervasive throughout all cultures. Like, why?
Right. So, like, one punishes greed, the other punishes pride. But, like, either way, like, the faceless figure comes, or, like, always comes back.
It's always, like, tied to some sort of spirit or something.
Like, yeah. And we've talked about this in so many different episodes, but it's like, I know that obviously things get like passed on through like hearsay and storytelling. And like if there was people traveling to different villages and blah, 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 like you could be talking about your different type of traditions and all this folklore can spread. But I just always find it so fascinating, and it'll never, ever not fascinate me, no matter what we talk about, of like how many different types and groups of people have the same type of like entity, if you will.
Right.
Like you just said, like, yeah, it's the different, like maybe there's different versions or different, like.
It's like the prescribed meaning that the human adds to it is different based on the culture, but like the overarching story, if you chunk it up, is the same.
Right. So I don't know. I just found that interesting.
Culture, man. Humans are weird.
Weird. So modern sightings and stories, not really a lot to go off of, but in the 1960s, farmers in rural Illinois reported finding corn dolls nailed to barn doors. Ones they had not made, which is terrifying. And that's pretty much it. That's all the story.
When was that?
1960.
Okay.
So they basically just like came out and they had all these corn dolls nailed to their barn door. That is so creepy.
I think anything nailed to the barn door resembling anything human would be enough to
send me to
put my heebie-jeebies on edge. My heebies would be jeebies.
My heebies would be jeebies. In 1998, a family in Iowa claimed they saw a tall figure wrapped in corn husks walking the field at dusk. The next morning, their entire crop had wilted overnight.
Ooh.
Right? There are other like Reddit threads where people swear they found corn husks outside their house and like burning old festivals and stuff like that. I couldn't really, other than just like quick research, it'd be like, oh yeah, people on Reddit says this. I could not, on Reddit, and we all know I'm a Redditor, I could not find anything negative about a corn husk doll on Reddit. And to me, that fucking tells me a lot.
That's a sign right there. Also, I think you're putting together lore for me because we're going back to it. In Stardew Valley, there is a witch who sometimes will randomly fly over your farm at night and make everything wilt.
What is the reason that she does that, or is it just random?
It's just random, so I think it might be tied to this lore. Also, sometimes she makes your chickens into a void chicken, and then they turn black with red eyes.
And what do?
They lay void eggs.
That's kind of cute, though.
It is kind of cute, because then you can make it into void mayonnaise, and then you can feed it to the spirit in the sewer, and I'm working on making him my roommate.
I do need to play this game.
Me and Krobus are buds.
Oh, my God. So some skeptics, though, say that like just animals or like pranksters did all this stuff. But it is strange how like these stories still cluster around the harvest time and almost always involve like a broken doll or like a nailed doll. Like something with all these stories always has something like that. Like, again, it still could be pranksters. It's not animals.
I don't see how are animals making these.
I don't know, but you know, skeptics, they be saying the craziest of things.
Unless it's the void chickens.
Ay. It could be.
It could be.
And kind of like what we were talking about a little bit previously, but like the symbolism. So the Corn Husk Witch represents the same thing most harvest folklore does: balance. If you take too much, the earth takes something back. If you forget to be grateful, the harvest turns against you. And just a reminder that nature doesn't forgive easily. And just maybe the spirit of the land doesn't want to be forgiven. I don't really know. So I kind of want to discuss, though, a little bit more, because that's kind of all that there is about the Corn Husk Witch, if we want to call her that. Now, I kind of went through a lot, but do you think that she is bad?
What do you mean by the thing she doesn't want to be forgiven?
I think some people don't necessarily think like that you could do whatever you want and she still will be cranky and like be a menace and like.
Well, I think that then ties back into like what we were saying about the Leshy is like we try to give these spirits or these beings human characteristics when you really can't, and all they don't care about if you like them or not. They just care about the earth and the balance. And if you're, humans have for a very, very, very long time taken more than what the world can sustain. And even before that, we weren't treating the earth that great. So if these forms do exist, they have every right to be pissed off at humans.
Mm-hmm. But I guess, okay, I agree with you, actually. And I like that. Where I was kind of thinking is like, obviously, it didn't start out as a witch.
Right.
We changed that. And I think it's because, well, I don't think it's because when simple-minded people cannot figure out the very simple equation, like you just said, like it's the balance, treat others like you want to be treated, treat the world, the land, all of this as respectful as you possibly can. I just lost my thought, but you know where I'm going. Like, you're just too simple-minded. You don't understand that like there are repercussions to your actions, but instead of you thinking that you're the wrong,
right, you're going to villainize something else.
Exactly. And so I kind of don't think I think the Corn Mother or, the other names are just so much better for her, because I don't think she's intending to do anything evil or malicious or maniacal. I think it's just that y'all fucked up.
Honestly, it just seems like the entire essence that we would call Mother Earth on the like grander scale, right? Just set in a farming setting.
Yeah. Maybe she is just like Mother Earth or like a descendant. Interesting. Oh, it just proves you that women are power. You're like, shut the fuck up. Just kidding.
I don't disagree with that. I'm a feminist.
No, I know you are. But anyway, I just think that going through all of this, it's just one of those things where it's just sad. It's sad that we're villainizing something that does not have to be villainized. And I think that I like that people still make corn husks. And actually, to be completely honest, I didn't even include any Reddit stories because most of them were pictures of all people's little corn husks dolls that they made. And they're so cute and so beautiful. And some are so intricate. And people like going on. It was so fun reading it all. Like people going on, like, look at my Corn Husk Witch. It's my first one. Corn Husk doll. It's my first one I've made. And what do you think I could do better? And I tried this. And it's like so fun and loving. And I'm like, where's the witch in this?
So I'm going to go back to the thing. What if it's not, we don't have to feel sad about it, them labeling it as a witch, right? Because at the end of the day, if you give this thing a negative label or a fear behind it, right? Yeah. People are far more motivated by fear than they are by reward. So, and this is probably why that story becomes so pervasive through culture, is that it does in a way make people act more in accordance. So I don't think if this is a more ethereal Mother Earth or, elemental spirit, it wouldn't give a fuck what we call it, as long as it makes people fall in line more.
You're right. I like that.
Because for some reason, it's like, do I want to say it this way? I'm going to find a different way to say it. Would I'm so sorry, and I'm probably going to offend some people. I don't think Christianity would be as powerful in making people act well if the devil didn't exist in the scriptures. Oh, You have to have that something bad balance. Is going to happen to me if I don't fall in line.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the balance of the good and the evil. Like, you have to have both to fall in line to
I'm sorry, and I know that's a strong way to say it. No. I've tried to think of a different, way to put it.
No,
but
and I don't know if there is a different way to put it. I mean, that's just being honest. Like, I don't.
I think you could expand that to any religion, right?
Oh, for sure.
Every religion has this big good that you're striving for, and the big bad. And it's even going back to like theories of personality, or not theories of personality, but behavior modification in psychology. It is always way more powerful to use negative reinforcement than positive reinforcement. It changes behaviors quicker.
That's why we're all so fucked up.
That's why we all like to be spanked. No. Sorry. Oh, man. It's been a long week.
Ooh, all right. So this November, when you see those cute little corn husks at like craft fairs or on your Thanksgiving table, remember, they weren't meant to be a decoration. They were meant to keep something calm. And if the doll on your table has a face, you're probably fine. But if it doesn't, you might want to sleep with your window closed, but also it might be okay too. We don't know. Because, when the fields are bare and the wind starts to rustle through the dry corn, she might be awake.
She might be.
But also, we're giving her that power back. So come on, baby.
Yeah.
Awaken.
Get those who aren't taking care of the world. Also,
actually, get them all.
Side note on this one, instead of asking for stories, can we ask for craft time? We have some crafty AF friends out there. If you already do make, or you are inspired, you should either take a little video or take some pictures of you making a corn husk doll and let us know about them, because I think that would be really fun.
That'd actually be so cute. I wish we had time together more we don't really have a lot of time this month to make one together. That would be fun to do together, but we don't have the time. Sorry, y'all. Y'all make them, and I want to see them.
I know some of y'all are up in the cornfields, okay? There's no excuse here.
That is such a good idea. Good job, Zachary.
Every once in a while, the brain turns all the way on. And I'm not crafty, so I want to see your crafts.
Oh my God, I love that. Well, I think that the emoji that we should leave is the corn. Right?
Absolutely.
Because I don't really want to leave a witch. I mean, I know that we like to think of witches as beautiful, amazing creatures, but I think the corn
is fitting.
Okay.
The corn and maybe, is there a little baby or a doll?
I don't know, but if there's, you could go corn doll. I knew you were going corn and doll.
Corn babies.
Oh my God. Corn babies. What the hell is going on over here?
Okay. So with that, we are in the start of thankful season then. So better be thankful for all the earth and the food and all those things.
And us.
And us.
And this podcast.
Because we're grateful for you who listen. Let's get her off her selfishness.
We are so grateful for you. We are going to be in Indiana.
Fort Wayne, Indiana tomorrow for Mysteries of the Fort. So we'll be in cornfields. Maybe we can snag some on the drive. We'll sit at our table and make little corn husk dolls.
That would be fun.
If you see us doing that, you know why. But yes, come say hi and come enter
If you're going or if you're around the area.
giveaway. We have a really, really, really fun giveaway going. So, but you have to be there in person, and there's going to be ways to enter for free. So,
and also it would just be like fun. And I think I have some things that I think we got to make our table experience for all the people, the passerbyers, fun. So I'm trying to come up with some things. So it's going to be a good time if you're going to be there. And if not, hopefully we'll be at a table somewhere near you eventually.
Eventually. Yay. All right. So no stories, only corn dolls. What else do these people need to do before we close the shop up for the day?
We have a Patreon. We don't talk about it enough. If I keep talking about it. I love
that you say that every episode that we don't talk about. We talk about it every episode.
We don't actually talk about every episode. Maybe the less frequent ones, but I want people to know we have a Patreon. Also, if more people know we have a Patreon, it'll inspire us to be more active in the Patreon. If you're already a patron, I love you so much. I'm sorry.
Oh, remember too, I am doing free tarot readings to get some practice, and that is for paid or unpaid members. So come join. There's a chat now.
And the book club fell off because my two beautiful ladies, I ain't gonna call you out, but we ain't been getting it done, baby. Somebody's got to keep me motivated to keep reading these books I bought. All right, we got to go. But I'm appreciative of all of you. I thank you. Zachary thanks you. But the most important thing that you can do for us is to creep a real, you little oddballs.
Goodbye.
Bye.